Hi friends, Jesus teaches the people to be on guard against the teachers of the law and other people profiting from their religious position and making a show of their piety. He also commented on offering that flows from a generous heart, no matter how small, it is superior to big offerings that comes from surplus. The attitude of giving is that all matters. Jesus observed that those who were rich contributed large sums to the temple treasury. However, Jesus calls attention to a poor widow who makes the smallest of contributions, 2 little coins of value. Jesus upholds the poor widow's offering, appreciating her because her small offering was an act of profound generosity, giving from her livelihood rather than from her surplus. It is not coming from her external compulsions or competitions. It was a genuine offering out of love. Attitude is more important than the action itself. Concern for the poor and the marginalized be the motivating force of our contributions. To give from our livelihood is not only an act of generosity, it is also an act of trust in God. We can only give from our need if we trust that God will provide for us. Here, Jesus gives himself into the hands of his Father for the sake of the whole human family. Jesus himself demonstrates the ultimate act of generosity as he gives himself for us on the cross. Indeed, it is easy to be generous when we have the means to be generous. But the attitude of the poor widow in the gospel reading is different. She gave from her poverty and put in everything she had, her very living. Do I give only when I have enough and more? Or do I give even when it hurts? The invitation is to give with love, a giving that does not expect any favor in return. It is an invitation to give even when the giving is difficult and inconvenient. When a friend needs our time, when a family member needs our money, when our children need our attention, or when God needs our silence, let us be generous in giving with love. We are often enriched by the act of giving. However, we have to be careful not to make a show of our generosity and righteousness before people. When we give something to the poor, it need not be trumpeted before others. There are people who make a show of their external acts of piety. They make a show of their fasting and abstinence, of their offerings and long prayers. They even make a show of their privileged positions during gatherings. So Jesus cautions us of the temptation to this kind of stage-managed self-importance. We are sometimes prone to show off and to attract attention. Perhaps we could meditate on why the poor widow could be dignified despite her material poverty. In doing so, we may find the wellspring of our human dignity. It is not what we have, but who we are as a person matters most. Thank you for listening to God's Word. This is Father Jimmy Mathew, Mission Director, FRC Philippines. Remember, the family that prays together stays together. Bye for now, and God bless.